Borges, fictions. This is very much philosophy. So if you haven't read Borges, you have to start tonight. It's basically impossible to read Borges like literature and like stories. Well, it depends what your taste in literature, but this is philosophy. Let's just open it. There are systems upon systems that are incredible, but possessed of a pleasing architecture or a certain agreeable sensationalism. The metaphysicians of Tlön seek not truth or even plausibility. They seek to amaze, astound. In their view, metaphysics is a branch of the literature of fantasy. Here's the kind of stuff that these metaphysicians of Tlön are working on. Another, that the universe might be compared to those cryptograms in which not all the symbols count and only what happens every 300 nights is actually real. That while we sleep here, we're awake somewhere else, so that every man is in fact two men. Oh, so what kind of games is Borges playing? Well, this is about systems and structures. So don't be fooled when you read Borges by the seemingly innocent playfulness of things like only symbols that happen every 300 nights are real. Everything he says is part of a system, and he tells us that in what we initially read, systems upon systems that are built. He does that with everything he writes, and the reason why things border always and even cross the border into the irrational and the silliness, the stupid, is because he pushes the structure of the systems at the border of reason. He's very interested in when and why things stop making sense. So a lot of his stories are about labyrinths that are either built out of places like mazes or libraries, or time, and sometimes he combines the two. These things will come up again and again in some of these other books as well. Space and time, because these are things we take for granted, and they're such an intricate part of our everyday experience that we think we know everything about them. But Borges goes for the moment. Everything seems fine, but somehow space and time falls apart. And then you're struggling to catch up with what exactly is going on and what exactly he's doing. However, you feel very clearly that this is not nonsense. Something coherent is taking place in the story, but you've lost track of that. Now, this is for, in terms of world building, why is this useful? Because it's always useful to know at what point systems that you're implementing that have to do with the perception of time and space could fall apart. Do you want them to fall apart? It depends. If you're doing creative work, yeah, kind of. That's the reason why all of these guys are going for exactly these two things.